Disclaimer: this channel does not support any form of hacking activity that is done to harm others. All the labs that are used in this video are under my local supervision. So in case you use any skills that you learn in this video for malicious intent, you take full responsibility of your action. Nice to see you in this video. So now I'm going to show you how you can install RustScan inside your Kali Linux, and also I'm going to show you a full usage of RustScan. So go on, open up your browser. So now into your browser, go to github.com/rustscan/releases, and if you tap enter onto that, they are going to take us to a page where we shall be able to download a .deb file for Linux. Sorry, for RustScan. So now if you see here, this is the latest on the time on when I'm recording this video. But if we come here to access, we can first click to this. We see if we might get a .deb file. This is the latest, but in case we don't get a .deb file here, if we scroll down further, also here we have access. We can come and we download some here. So now my internet is a bit slow, but I bet on your machine it will be a bit faster. So now if you see here, these are the files. We don't have a .deb file. You can also download this and install this. But to be on the safer side, if you scroll down on this version of 2.2.3, if you come here, you see that here we have RustScan 2.2.3 amd64.deb. So if you tap on this, your download is going to start right away, and if it is done, just go on, open up your terminal, and you start to install this. So when I come here, I'm going to open up my terminal, and I have to move to the location where our download is. So it will be in the downloads. So now we know to install any program in Linux, you should run it as a sudo, or a root user is somebody who has privileges to install the application in Linux. Now this program isn't that big, so it will download a bit faster. So now the question is, why should you choose RustScan? So RustScan, this was created using Rust programming language, and RustScan, it is faster than most of our normal network scanners like Nmap. But we shall see that it will be using some Nmap scripts when we are trying to scan our network. So with RustScan, in case it is done, and if we go to downloads, now here we can use sudo and we can go for dpkg. Now for dpkg, you're going to use -i and you go for the RustScan. So in case your download is done, we can let me first list everything in my location for downloads to confirm that, sorry, we are in desktop. Let's go to downloads. Now here going to move back / and we go to our downloads. So if we remove this, let's go to sudo, we say dpkg and -i, we go for RustScan.deb. So if you press enter and you provide your password, your program is going to be installed within the system. So as we said, RustScan is a bit faster than Nmap. It means when you're scanning your program, it will be faster. So here, when we are getting back services on our target machine, we shall get it in a quite good speed than our Nmap. So in case our installation is done, now if you try to see here, I have Metasploitable 2 inside my virtual machine, and it is the one that I'm going to use to scan this. So I already got the IP, but in case you want to find the IP, you can send net discover, and you can find IPs of most devices connected to that. So here, if you come and you say RustScan, if you want to test whether it is present in your system, you can press enter. You see now it is present. So now let's go on and we start using RustScan fully, since it is installed in our Linux. So I'm going to go on and clear this. So now here, if you want to perform a comprehensive scan of all ports on your target network, you are going to say RustScan, then provide a -a and provide the IP of your target. So I'm going to clear this. The IP is 192.168.168. It's going to be .43.184. So if we press enter, so here you see that we've received back our ports very fast, non compared to when we scan this when we are using Nmap. So if you try to see here, we've received back the services that are running onto those ports. So now here we've used a -a where we performed a comprehensive scan of all ports. So now here, in case you want to increase on the speed when you are scanning your network, you can just run the same command here, but here you are going to say --, we can add your limit like this. Now here you can provide 5,000. So now here it will be more faster when you are trying to scan the network. So now you can use this in case you see that RustScan was slow. So if I press enter, you're going to see now for this case it is also faster now compared to when I first ran this command. You see that we are returning back all services which are present on my Metasploitable 2 machine. So now here, in case you want to scan for specific ports like in Nmap, we can also use a -p. So I'm going to clear this. You can just go to RustScan again. So I'm going to just remove that. So to scan for specific ports, we are going to say -p, and now here you can provide how many ports do you want to scan. Let's go. I want to scan 21. I want to scan 22, maybe 445. And I also want to scan, let's say, like 23. If I press enter, they will check for those ports specifically. So now if you see here, those are the ports that they have returned. So now in another flag, in case you want to scan with just a range, or you may call it a range scan. So I'm going to clear this, and here we are going to remove this. And for a range scan, you're going to say -r like that, and here I can say 21 to, let's say, like 15. So it means they will scan ports starting on port 21 to port 50. So if I press enter, you see that what they have scanned on our machine, they follow under that range we've provided. So that was the range scan. So now here, in case you want to also include the Nmap script scan, we can do like this. So you're going to say RustScan -a, provide the target machine. Now here, if you want to include a script scan, you're going to just include --. Now say SC, which is for the script scan, and also we are going to go for the minus. So here include the minus SC for a script scan, and here we are going to go for the -SV, where we are going to go for the service version. So now also here, in case you want to scan just for specific ports, you can also do it. So now here, let me just come here. I'm going to just say -p, and I'm going to just go for just port 21. I don't want to scan everything here just to save time. So if I press enter, you see here they're scanning for port 21, where we know it is FTP. Now they go on, they use a script scan. Now here we see they have used FTP unknown and other scripts, and they have returned back our data for a service version, which is present here, and also the scripts. So now if you come and you run that command again, let me show you the commands. Don't worry, I'll display or I'll record these commands in the description. So you see, to run the script scan, you can just say -SV, and you include that. So here I only scanned for one port, but you can go on and you scan for the full machine. So now here, in case you want to scan just for a subnet, you can just remove this. Now to scan for a subnet, I'm going to just come here to 43, I'm going to say 0.0, then just put a slash to 24. So they will scan your subnet and they will turn back your data. So now here you see it is a bit slow, so I'm going to stop this and run the command again. So here we are going to say minus your limit, and we put 5000. We see whether the speed will be increased. So you see earlier it was slow, so if I included this, we see our speed is a bit faster. So now here, if you are scanning a subnet, you can just come and put a 0/24. Your subnet will be scanned. So another way, in case you want to use RustScan and you get back greppable values, we can use a -G. So I'm going to stop this with Ctrl+C, clear this. We run the same thing here, but now I'm going to run my phone machine like that. For a greppable value, I'm going to just use a -G. So if I press enter, you are going to see the way our data is going to be displayed. And I can also use the ulimit 5000. So you see only here they have returned back only the ports that we do have on our domain here. So also this is going to be our last flag that we are going to do. So in case you don't want to print back the ASCII text of our RustScan, remember if we just come here and you say RustScan, they print back this ASCII text. So in case you don't want to print that, we can clear this. Now here we can say accessible, like this. So if we press enter, you see they scan our machine or target machine, and our data is displayed. So in case you have a question or you want to see any certain video, you can leave a message in the comment section. Subscribe to my channel, give a thumbs up, and you can also feel free to share to friends that may be interested. Have a great day.